Rundown Tech Support. How can I help you?
Hi, are you a manager?
Sure. Yeah, how can I help?
My name's Brad. This call is being recorded for use publicly if needed, but I have to legally tell you that. Obviously, I run a YouTube channel, and I wanted to give you guys an opportunity to just answer a quick question about a salesperson you've got that is posting a Dodge Charger Daytona on Facebook groups at a markup, a significant markup, which is totally fine. You're allowed to charge markups. But on Facebook for like $111,000 while you've got it on your website for $85,000. He's not disclosing he's a dealer. Is this something you guys condone?
Not at all. It's been taken down. We were notified of it, and it's been rectified and handled in-house, and that listing has been removed. We're not marking them up.
Oh, awesome.
The dealership is advertised. Yeah, so it's been handled.
Awesome. Well, that means a lot. I really appreciate the candor, and thank you so much. And yep, that was a real live conversation with a manager at the Dodge dealership in question here that we're going to be talking about in a second, disavowing very subtly the condoning of the behavior we're going to discuss in this video. And I was on the fence about doing this video because we reached a resolution really quickly, which is a positive thing. Because remember, my objective and TK's objective and Butter's objective and so many others out there that are standing up for the customers, which we need someone to do that. And we're happy to do it by de facto. It just kind of happened this last year that to get a resolution this quick and to clean up the internet a little bit helps save someone from falling victim to a shady salesperson, and in some cases dealerships that are doing things maybe not the way they should be doing them, and sometimes downright breaking the law. Well, in this circumstance, it appears that the salesman completely stepped outside of the boundaries of what the dealership's rules were. I have to assume that, even though some of you are going to say the dealers knew and they were fine with it. I'm just sharing what I know. I'm sharing what I experienced, and I'm going to be careful as much as I want to say what I think, refrain from making any accusations. I'm going to give the benefit of the doubt that this dealership did not know what this salesman was doing and fixed it immediately prior to even knowing that there was any potential flack headed their way online. So let's give them some credit. Despite the fact that I will happily name the dealership, it appears that they've got a handle on this rogue salesperson. But I wanted to share this with you because it's going to be happening out there. Now, I don't think anyone who's been watching my channel more than a day, more than 2 or 3 videos, would fall for the idiocy of a, $15,000, $20,000 markup on a Dodge Daytona EV. That Mopar Insiders just came out with an article saying dealers are already discounting, they're already offering incentives and doing everything they can to get people to adopt these things and want to buy them. But this one salesman decided to do what we learned over the last few years, so many other salesmen did, is create hype, completely false hype around a product by making it appear that this product is in short supply and extreme demand. I'll put a picture on the screen right now of all of the Daytonas that are sitting in a lot. Hopefully by now they're on trucks heading to dealerships. It appears to be thousands of them. There's also a video that I'll put up while I'm talking of these things being built at the manufacturer that proves that there is no shortage of these things, and there will be no shortage of these things. If you absolutely want to be the first one to have one, and you want to pay some dealership way over sticker, go for it. But if you just shop around a little bit, wait a little bit, call a couple dealerships, other than that one, you're going to find these things for most likely less than what the MSRP is. But this gentleman, and I'm going to put this up on the screen now, this salesman decided to go and try to, let's just say, go fishing without disclosing that he's a dealer online on Facebook Marketplace and on private groups on Facebook for a buyer and someone with a bunch of extra cash to blow and a very small brain. So let me just put this up. This is too good. So this is the ad that I saw on Exotics for Sale by Owner. Now, here's the deal. You don't need to have anything more than a second grade, third grade education to be able to decipher that exotic cars for sale by owner should be by owner, right? Just makes sense. But no, this is a dealer who decided to put this on this group and say, be the first to hit the streets in the all-electric iconic Dodge Charger Scat Pack. All right, I went and pulled the full ad so you can see it here. Be the first to hit the streets in the all-electric and iconic Dodge Charger Scat Pack Electric, now available for pre-delivery purchase. Ready to work your deal with trade-in, deposit, and down payment. And here's the fun part, $111,399 is what they're asking. This is what he's asking. Now, I decided to engage this individual, but first I wanted to share with you how hilarious the comments were. So 111 says it's 333 miles on the car, I believe. Yes, that is not true. The car's not even been delivered, but I think on Facebook you have to put 300 miles or something before you can put a car up there because they're trying to weed out dealers doing this. The rules in place to keep that from happening. So he puts it up here, and I want you to look at the VIN number ending in 4898 so that we know we're talking about the same car. So at this point, there was only 162 laughing emojis, like one or two thumbs up. But the fun part was he got roasted. He got roasted real fast in the comments. This has to be a joke or a scam. And here he is writing. And I blocked out his name because YouTube's pretty brutal when it comes to anything they might perceive as being bullying. So I'm not looking to burn this guy. The dealership solved it with him, and the ad's been taken down. But I wanted you to see this stuff because it's just downright comedic and entertaining how greedy some of these salespeople are. And it's only when they're caught, it seems, sometimes the dealers actually do something about it. If he was not fired from his job, then that speaks to their feeling about this behavior. They don't believe it's as egregious. I don't know if he was fired, and I'm not looking to get a man fired from his job, but I absolutely think that what he did was shady. So Anthony Dye, this guy writes, be the first dumbass, 111,000 for a Dodge, out of your mind. These car prices have made people go crazy. I don't know how new and fancy it is. It's still a Dodge. He writes back, what do you drive? What's with the defensiveness, gentlemen? I mean, what's with the defensiveness, Mr. Salesperson? Here's the rest of them. As the kids say, bruh, first in the streets to get clowned. What's the MSRP on this? Like 75 grand? In what world do you think this commands a markup? Like downright hilarious. But I've got to show you the next thing, which is this. This is the the emojis. And I'll just hit play. This is, look at this. All laughing emojis. There's a couple in there that aren't. There's a couple in there that are, thumbs up or hearts or whatever, but they're all laughing emojis. Like people are dying laughing at this price of $111,000. So I'm not so worried. As a matter of fact, it says up here 253 laughing emojis, 9 thumbs up, 3 in tears, 1 heart, 1 caring, 1 wow, 1 angry, which, good for him because it is angering. But no one's fallen for it. But for them to think that anybody would fall for it is downright hilarious. So I wrote him a message. And that message was, are you a dealership? Because at this point, of course he's a dealership, but he's not supposed to be advertising in this group for sell by owner. So I said, are you a dealership? And he says, yep. Which dealership? Are you a buyer? Are you trying to scam people? What would make you think that? I'm pre-selling a specialty vehicle. Want me to send you pictures and a video of me selling multiple vehicles daily? Another ego flex. I sell lots of cars. In your world, sir, you may be a king, but you are still selling cars and trying to rip somebody off online. All for thinking it's a noble profession if you treat people fairly, but you're not one of those people. I write, it's on your website for $85,000. You can't advertise different prices. Just seems fishy. Sure, send me a video. How am I going to turn that down? So he sends me a bunch of pictures of himself standing in front of cars as though, look, that means I sell lots of cars. Okay. Awesome. It's selling with a market adjustment. Are you a buyer? I write back, your website doesn't show a market adjustment. Kind of shady. All right. Then the conversation goes to, my website didn't show a market adjustment for that RHO in the second picture either, meaning this isn't the first time he's done this. This is him admitting guilt that he doesn't market the market adjustments, doesn't advertise the market adjustments on their company website, but he does out in these Facebook groups. I said, yeah, that's a big problem. A little misleading to the customers, isn't it? And the conversation degrades from there. All right, so here's the other text messages I just had to share. I said, you're searching for a dummy, is what you're trying to do. Very different than what we're talking about here. Very different circumstance. Have you heard of a Demon 170? I didn't even engage. I write, we only advertise one price. You're advertising one price on your dealer site and another here. Are you ready to buy it for $85,000? Nope, just trying to save buyers from getting taken advantage of. You dealers really got to do better. It's sad how greed drives your actions. It's downright illegal what you're doing too. And he comes back, and this is what he writes back. Look at this right here. Do you know where to get whole coffee beans at 10:30 at night? Can't find them on DoorDash. I don't know if he's mistaken my messages for other people's messages, but it's downright hilarious. So I go and I find the car for sale. Remember the VIN number? The VIN number here, same car, 4898, advertised on the Don Jackson North website at $85,170. So here's the deal. You can't advertise it here for $85,170 and then go trolling online in private groups at $111,000. And you can't not disclose that you're a dealership. And I'd have no problem with dealers wanting to charge their markups. We're still going to roast them, but that's legal. Do what you want. But if you've been watching the channel for a while, have consistency in your advertising, market the price clear to the customer. Don't mislead them. Don't stick them with add-ons. Don't surprise them when they show up. And don't slip a markup. And in his messages I just showed you, he said, it's selling with a market adjustment. That either means the dealership's lying about the price or he's lying about the price. Because I called the dealership, spoke to a manager, I have to give them the benefit of the doubt that the salesman was lying about the price. And based on that, I'm going to let the dealership off the hook and hope that they've got a handle on this salesman. I did go to George's consumer website, and yes, I know it's a shocker, but yes, it's illegal to misrepresent advertised prices. It's illegal to bait and switch with pricing. They can't tell them one price when they show up, give them another price. So it's a good thing the dealership immediately had him remove that post. So that post is gone from that group. It's no longer up. And just more about the FTC stuff. Here's the FTC rules. So the federal laws, as well as Georgia laws, both are very clear. I'm no lawyer, but I don't need to be one to understand that you can't advertise different prices, different places. So the bottom line, folks, just watch out for these scams out there. They are everywhere. You can't hide from them. They're going to keep bringing them to you. But if you're out there shopping for one of these things, I mean, God bless you, because I wouldn't buy one. Wouldn't buy one for half the price, which is what it's going to be worth in 1 year, based on the metrics behind EV depreciation numbers that are going on out there, and Teslas and Mercedes EQSs, and I don't see this thing suddenly outperforming all of those. Go watch Throttle House's video where they shared a full review, and it's enlightening that this thing is wrought with problems, and the power shot button doesn't work, the steering's weird. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that's just not right with it, and that's not what this video is about. The video is about, listen, dealers, be put on notice. I'm going to do everything I can. My little third-rate YouTube channel, TK, Butter, and the others out there, to call you guys out when you try this stuff. Don't be shady. Don't try to mislead people. And yes, I might show up in your DMs asking a few questions, and you can be smug. That's okay. That may work on your dealership with your other salespeople, but with the general consumer and the general public, we're not falling for it. And I just suggest you put the car up for one price, and if that price is $111,000, so be it. It's your thing. You can do that. I don't agree with it. I believe there should be alignment between manufacturer, who says it's worth this on their website, this is what it's for sale for, and then by the time it gets to you, it shouldn't change. I think that's a simple, reasonable expectation from the general public and the consumers. But you all have broken that rule so many times now and said, nope, it's suggested, so we're going to slap a huge markup on these things and add-ons and all kinds of other crap. I just disagree with that in principle, but it's not against the law. Charge what you want, but just do it right. Advertise the price. And good job, Don Jackson, for shutting that thing down immediately. I mean, by the next morning. And one thing this man kept asking me kept coming back and saying, how was your day today? How was your day today? Or something like that. And I didn't respond to it because it was just kind of stupid. Like, what the hell are you asking me for? Well, I would ask him, how was your day today? After you got exposed, your dealership shut you down, you had to delete that post, you had almost 300 people laughing at you online. Maybe just treat people fairly. Something tells me he's done this before, and I hope he learned a lesson. I doubt it. But remember, you stick the customer with a huge markup, especially in a market like this. They're going to be so buried in that car that you're doing irreparable financial damage to these people in many cases. So with that, everybody, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.